So I already kind of felt like when that information dropped, where she explains the catch, like why they want Chloe to resurrect and everything, I kind of knew. Like I kind of suspected something from the beginning already, because I feel like why would you go through so much trouble just to save this one specific person? Like they said, if there isn't a cat, so we learn about the cat. And honestly, like I said, I wasn't that surprised, but I was surprised at like their whole plan pretty much. And what I got from that was that they wanna resurrect Chloe and then use Chloe to make more of these quails. So every witch can have this writing summoning thing, and that way they can like probably enslave more humans, I'm guessing. And honestly, like I said, I already had a feeling about that, and not to my surprise or anything, but then when he's supposed to resurrect Chloe, um, he resurrected Doroka instead, the pink-haired girl, and then I wasn't really surprised. So now I'm guessing that because everyone thinks it's Chloe, because that's what they agreed on. But he, resurrected Doroke, and I believe that now his next step, now that he kind of knows everything that's gonna happen, like if he resurrects Chloe, they're just gonna use her, and there's still that part of like he wants to still get revenge on the humans. So now I feel like after resurrection of Doroka, the pink-haired girl, now he's gonna pretty much destroy both nations. The witches' nation, which is on the moon, pretty much, and he'll find a way back to Earth and probably continue his rampage on the humans, pretty much. And honestly, what I'm more surprised about is that the fact that they, what the witches truly want, which is to pretty much enslave humans and kids. And we see, we also see during her speech that it's virtually she says, the witch queen, I'm guessing the queen of the witches, I'm guessing she says, it's virtually impossible for humans to, for them to even know we're here or anything, or to not know our location. It's impossible. But then we see battalions of humans, pretty much it seems like they're getting ready to go into space. So I wonder I wonder if that's like the witch's plan. Like the humans think like they already have in their mind. They're like, oh yeah, there's the location, of like the humans already know the location. Like, oh, on the moon there's a witch nation, so let's get a battalion ready, and then we invade. So that's what they probably think, and they're probably getting ready. But what I'm thinking is that the queens of the witches is kind of using that to our advantage of like, oh, let them come here, and then we'll overpower them because it's our nation, and we're pretty much the gods here, and we're very powerful here. It's our nation and all that, and we're probably gonna use the fact that they're gonna be here. They're thinking of invading us. Instead of that, we're just gonna enslave the humans that come here, and then that's how that thing's gonna work. Um, Once again, I really like this episode. Like I like the fact that Adonis he kind of thankfully to the pink-haired girl what she told him about like the witches nation wants to use Chloe, and then you and Chloe have to like get away from the Witch Nation. So I'm very glad that Adonis, like, instead of like what most MCs would do, with that once they hear it, they'd be like, they doubt it. They'd be like, oh no, even though she said that, she must be a crazy witch. That's why, that's why she's dead. So they're probably like, she's probably lying, pretty much. And then I like that how he pretty much the opposite of what most MCs would do, and he kind of took the information as truth, and he kind of put it in his head, and then he started thinking of like why they would use her, and then he remembered of that Chloe kid. He says that Chloe was the only one that could make these quills that the witches want. So he kind of put two and two together, and he said, "Oh, she's probably right. Like, that's the reason that they want to use her and everything." So thankfully, I like that he caught up to that. Like, he's not. What I'm saying is that I'm glad that he's not the typical MC of where, he acts dumb pretty much. And this MC, he acts, rationally, and he knows, he can face reality, even though reality is very ugly to him. Like, it's the truth, and he has to kind of, face that. The Witch Nation, he probably just want to destroy it. He probably think oh, it's very beautiful here, a nation full of only witches, pretty much. But then he comes to terms of their dark side of why they want to resurrect Chloe so bad. And it's not because, well, they said, she's the strongest, beautiful, she was one of the elite mages, and they probably said, the main reason we kicked her out was because she taught human Adonis the magic, pretty much how to use it. And that's probably one of the reasons. But we saw before, in that little bath scene where Adonis kind of peaked, we saw her body had full of I guess burn marks, I'm guessing. So they probably that was probably the reason. And then to make Chloe I guess abandon her apprentice, they probably tortured her into being oh, give up this apprentice or whatever. But she didn't, and I guess that was also the reason why she was kicked out of the nation. But overall, I really enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I really like this episode from how long this review is. But I am excited for next episode and see how the rest of the nation of witches, how they're gonna react when it's Doroka, the pink-haired girl, instead of Chloe like they agreed upon. And that's gonna probably cause some confusion, and probably another massacre by Adonis. And I wonder if that blue-haired girl, what's gonna happen to her? Is she gonna are they gonna spare her, or are they just gonna murder her with the other witches? Because she was close to the pink-haired girl. So I wonder how that dynamic is gonna work. But yeah, overall, I really like this episode, like I said, and can't wait for the next episode. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.